Hey, how's everybody doing? Welcome back to ASAP Podcast here on YouTube. I'm your host, Newt. What's going on, everybody? It's comic books. It means it's either Wednesday or it's a month where I do nothing but comics, so who knows? Because I never know when I film this stuff when it's going up. I mean, there was not that long, there was a video I put up I found on an old drive I'd filmed like 3.5 years ago. But what we got here is, this is Moon Knight Facsimile Edition, Issue 1, Variant Edition. I got this at Walmart. Walmart has over by the baseball cards and stuff. These packs usually like 3 or 4 comics for X price, and I'll pick them up here and there. Well, the pack I saw had 2 Moon Knights, and I love Moon Knight. Moon Knight is one of those where I discovered the character through a random issue of the run this is reprinting an issue from. I found somewhere. I didn't know a lot about the character, and then when I found him in the Hot Moon Marvel official handbook to the Marvel Universe, I'm like, oh, this character's great, and got into him. And I have the Marvel Essentials. I think there's 2 volumes of that. The reprint's like a good chunk of this run. So look at that great cover too. I love that cover. And so it's variants. I don't know, maybe a different cover or something. What a facsimile edition is, it's a reprint. Man, I hate that glare. A reprint of the comic, including the ads from what I've seen. So let's check this out. Yep, there's the old monogram, man. I do like this little disclaimer here. This previously published content includes negative depictions and or mistreatment of people or cultures. These stereotypes were wrong then and are wrong now. Rather than remove this content, we want its harmful impact, learn from it, and spark conversation to create a more inclusive future together. So, this is Moon Knight #1. Moon Knight is his first run. He's a Mark Spector. And basically, in some ways, he's kind of like Marvel's answer to Batman, but he kills. And he has a split personality. He has 3 different personalities besides Moon Knight that he hides out of. Like, one of them's a cabbie, one of them's a millionaire, and one, I can't remember the other one anymore. So what they did is, after he appeared in Werewolf by Night, then he appeared like in a couple Spider-Man things, and he had like a backup in the Rampage and Hulk magazine. They gave him his own series, and from what I remember, if I remember right, his series, not too long into it, became direct market only. And we had the great Doug Munch as the writer, the amazing Bill Sienkiewicz, Bill and Frankie S. as the inkers, Tom Orzechowski as the letterer, B. Sharon as the colorist, Denny O'Neill's editor, and Jim Shooter's supervisor. Now, the only difference between this, and I'm going to kill that the one line sign, that glitter's bugging the hell out of me. The only real difference, besides that little thing, is that it's on better paper. And he was a mercenary, and he's working for the Bushmaster, and refuses to do something. The Bushmaster knocks his ass out, and let's see. It knocks him out and leaves him out in the desert to die. He's crawling. Look at all these old facsimile ads. And they find him, drag him to the temple, and they think he's dead, and they lay him there, and she puts this shroud from Khonshu, I think's his name, on him. And he wakes up. Oh no, he puts him. And he wakes up and he thinks he's got power. And that was the thing with Moon Knight in this run. You didn't know if he had powers or not. That was kind of hinted at, like, he might, granted by Khonshu, but you weren't sure. And look at these old, Marvel Electronic games that are basically just a light up light. $8.99. Wow. I wonder if you can still order those. 4 to 6 weeks delivery. Expires May 31st, 1981. And like I said, it was kind of like Batman, but to me, it was more interesting because when this came out, Batman was in a slump. I don't know if people know this, but after the Adam West Batman TV show came out, Batman went into a major slump for quite a while. Had a slight comeback in the 70s when, I think it was Denny O'Neil, to be honest, did the Joker's 5-Way Revenge. And you had some good art at the time, but it wasn't always a great writing. They went in another slump, and that slump did not come out of that slump till 86 when Dark Knight Returns came out. And it's been fairly uphill and peak for Batman. Whereas Moon Knight from the start was just really good. And it was a fairly violent, look at it, knife right in the chest. Fairly violent book. Oh, I love these. The old ads for CBS Saturday morning. So we got here, The Adventures of Mighty Mouse and Heckle and Jekyll. I'll watch that. Tom and Jerry Comedy Show. I'll watch that. Bugs Bunny Roadrunner Show. Yep, watch that. All New Pop Hour. Yep. Drat Pack. I don't remember ever watching them, but I saw in repeats. Fat Albert, of course. I did not hardly ever watch Lone Ranger or Tarzan, but I would now. Then 30 minutes and in the news. And I would love to have all Fat Albert on DVD, all the Drat Pack, all of Tarzan and Lone Ranger. Love that image right there. Look at that. Hell, back when I first discovered Moon Knight, I would draw it, create my own super. I made kind of a Moon Knight ripoff I called Ghost. Looked a lot like Moon Knight. And I remember hearing not that long ago, like they're working on a Moon Knight. Oh no, there is a Moon Knight show. That's right. That's what's weird about these Marvel B Plus shows. You hear about them for like about a week, then nobody talks about them for a long time. So, besides WandaVision, like everybody's talking about. Moon Knight, I ain't heard that much on. She-Hulk, and I have watched a few. I watched Jessica Jones seasons 1 and 2. I never saw 3, and I didn't get to watch 4. One off Netflix. I watched the first season of Luke Cage, first season of Daredevil, and first season of Punisher, and I need to sit down and watch the rest. Look at that, the moon-shaped cape, the moon copter. Just, gorgeous art, a great idea for a hero. And this series lasted a long time. And the thing about it was when it got canceled, Marvel brought it back later on as Mark Spector Moon Knight, and it was not doing real good. It was doing bad, but it happened to be coming out at a time when all comics were selling for it. Also, it lasted a long time. Like that got Steve Platt's career started, because towards the end of it, he was like that blew up. Like then the last few issues sold like a son of a bitch. Oh, the old Hostess ads. I don't know if they're going to copyright on ad. Wow. And they are wow, they're copyright. Did they copyright all the ads? I didn't look. All advertising offers can inside have expired. Let's see. Not all of them, but yeah. I just thought it was neat because I saw there was 2 Moon Knight comics in the past. So I grabbed it for that, and I love this cover. And I didn't know what Facsimile edition was. I don't know when they started doing this. It's a reprint. They're doing the ads and everything, which is kind of neat now. This was $4 for this comic. If I bought that way, I got 3 comics, and they're like, was it $8 or $9 with tax, so $3 a comic. Now, before that Moon Knight show, that Moon Knight run, this Bill said Kevin Doug Munch Moon Knight run, they were inexpensive. I mean, the first issue might run you $5 to $10. Everything after that, cheap. Now, the last one, probably a little bit more, because it was a tail ender. But now, good luck. I mean, that's the way it is now. That's what, that's how you can kind of predict what comics are going to go up in price. If you hear, oh, they're going to do a Disney Plus TV show on this Marvel here, go get them comics. Like, perfect example, She-Hulk. That 70s She-Hulk series for the longest time. Not mint copies, like 5.0s, about 7.0. You can find them, 7.0. You can find them in the cheap bins for $1 for years and years and years and years. One time I had like 10 copies. Nobody wanted them. And now that's, not a cheap book. I heard that the Burn run of that's going up just like Moon Knight. So that's one way to, if you hear them, oh, they're going to do a show based on this character. As soon as you hear that, if you want to possibly make you a little money, go buy their first appearance or whatever they're basing on and turn around and flip it quick. But I'm out, everybody. Hope you enjoyed them. If you did, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe, all the other bullshit. Talk to everybody later. Bye-bye.